You have 3 big projects due tomorrow, but instead of working, you're watching this video. Right now, your brain is literally fighting against you. And it's not because you're lazy, there's actual science behind why you can't stop procrastinating. Here's what nobody tells you about procrastination. It's not a time management problem. It's not about being disorganized. Procrastination is emotional regulation gone wrong. Your brain is trying to protect you from something. But what? Most people think procrastinators are just lazy. That's completely wrong. Studies show procrastinators often work harder than everyone else. They just wait until the last minute to do it. There are 3 main reasons your brain makes you procrastinate: fear of failure, perfectionism, and dopamine addiction. Let's start with fear of failure. This one's sneaky because it disguises itself as other things. You tell yourself you're too busy, or you don't have the right tools, or you need to do more research first. But deep down, you're terrified of trying and failing. But here's the weird part about perfectionism. Perfectionists are some of the worst procrastinators on the planet. Sounds backwards, right? Here's what happens. You want something to be perfect, but perfect is impossible. So your brain decides not to start at all. Can't fail if you never try. I know someone who spent 6 months planning to write a book, bought the perfect notebook, found the perfect pen, set up the perfect writing space, never wrote a single word. Then there's dopamine. This is where things get really messed up. Your brain runs on dopamine hits. Every time you check your phone, scroll social media, or watch a video, boom, instant dopamine. But working on that big project, that's delayed gratification. Your brain has to wait weeks or months for the payoff. Why work when you can get instant pleasure right now? But here's what most people don't understand about their dopamine system. Modern life is basically dopamine overload. Your brain wasn't designed for constant stimulation. It was built for hunting, gathering, and surviving. Back then, dopamine helped you find food and avoid danger. Now it's making you addicted to notifications and cat videos. Every quick dopamine hit makes real work feel more boring. It's like eating candy all day and then wondering why vegetables taste terrible. Your brain literally rewires itself to crave instant gratification. Here's how it all comes together. You have something important to do, but your brain sees it as a threat, either to your ego or your comfort, so it suggests something easier. Check email, organize your desk, watch just one video. You feel guilty about procrastinating. The guilt makes you want more distractions, and the cycle gets worse. But here's what nobody talks about: the hidden cost of procrastination. Procrastination doesn't just waste time. It rewires your brain to avoid challenges. Every time you choose easy over important, you're training yourself to be weaker. You're literally shrinking your ability to do hard things. People who procrastinate report higher stress, worse health, and lower life satisfaction. The short-term relief creates long-term misery. But the good news, you can fix this. Method 1. The 2-minute rule. Start stupidly small. If you want to write a book, don't commit to writing for an hour. Commit to writing for 2 minutes. Your brain can't resist 2 minutes. It's not threatening enough to trigger fear or perfectionism. But here's what happens. You start for 2 minutes, you get into flow, you end up working longer. Even if you don't, you've built the habit. The goal isn't to finish everything in 2 minutes. It's to start. Method 2. Dopamine detox. Cut out easy dopamine sources for short periods. No phone for the first hour of your day. No social media until you finish one important task. This sounds extreme, but it works. When your brain can't get easy hits, it becomes willing to work for delayed rewards. Start with just 1 hour, then expand it. You're literally retraining your reward system. Method 3. Embrace bad first drafts. Perfectionism dies when you give yourself permission to suck. Your first attempt at anything should be terrible, that's the point. You can't edit a blank page, but you can improve something that exists. Set good enough standards instead of perfect ones. Aim for B+ work instead of A+ work. You'll actually end up with better results because you'll actually finish things. But here's the method that changed everything for me. Method 4. The fear-setting exercise. Write down exactly what you're afraid will happen if you fail. Be specific. Get it all out on paper. Then ask yourself, is this fear realistic? What would you tell a friend facing this same fear? What's the worst that could actually happen? Most of our fears fall apart when we examine them closely. The monster under the bed disappears when you turn on the lights. Method 5. Environment design. Your environment shapes your behavior more than willpower ever will. Make procrastination harder and productive work easier. Put your phone in another room. Close unnecessary browser tabs. Have your work materials ready before you need them. Design friction for bad habits and remove friction for good ones. Here's something cool about your brain. The hardest part of any task is starting. Once you begin, momentum takes over. Scientists call this the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates unfinished tasks. Once you start something, it wants to complete it. That's why the 2-minute rule works so well. You're not trying to finish, you're just trying to start. Procrastination isn't a character flaw, it's a habit. And like any habit, you can change it. Your brain is trying to protect you from discomfort. But growth only happens outside your comfort zone. The very things you're avoiding are probably the things you need to do most. Stop waiting for motivation. Start building systems. Stop trying to be perfect. Start being consistent. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Your future self is counting on what you do today. So close this video, pick one small thing, and start.